I bought a Fiat A50 Spider made by Bertone, and one of the problems being a Fiat from the first series was the headlights. As you can see, I have the pieces of the headlight, and most of them are with the broken glass because it's very brittle and easy to destroy. I found myself that they were so expensive, because it's the same one that's being used by the Lamborghini Miura, that I investigated and took the chance of buying this one from a Volkswagen Bug, which, as you can see, don't fit for in any ways. As you can see, it doesn't fit. It's too short. It's too wide. And I have seen people cutting these up and trying to make them fit, and really they look awful. So I didn't want to just put the flat plexiglass that most people do. So I found myself with the problem that I had to make them, or find somebody who could make them for me. And of course, it couldn't be done without really spending a ton of money, or probably more than a half of the cost of the car. So what I did is I took this apart, I disassembled them, cleaned them up, paint the rings, the rings inside, clean them up as much as possible, took this apart, cleaned it, and I painted. These tend to be totally rusted all around here. So clean them up, even if this is a little bit pitted, it would not be a problem. But clean them up, paint them, and give plenty of paint to it, so this can be saved. The other thing I did is that I found myself with this piece of rubber sitting around here, and in this case this one was a good one. As you can see, it's all brittle and all bad, and so they're worthless, and they're very expensive. They cost like $80 a pair. Just for the piece of rubber. So I found myself with another problem, having to clean them up. So I cleaned them up because you have to take them out of here. This they tend to rust together with this piece here. They rust. So what I did, I cleaned them up well, and one of the ways to really buff them and keep them in a fair shape is that I use this Brillo pad, the typical pad for cleaning the pans and pots. So with this one, I really was able to buff and bring it to the nice stainless steel as it is here. It's very important for that to be totally clean and take all the rust remains. This doesn't rust, but the rust builds up here. With the rubber, with the seal rubber behind it. So what I did is just to clean them up and paint this, and so this is where we came up with a solution. We just made these ones. These ones are with the little stripes, and I made ones without the stripes. The stripes are really a pain to be made, so I would discourage people to have to deal with this. Besides, it's very easy to place them wrongly on the ring. But this is what I do. I place the seal connection, the seal gluing part, the meeting part, up on top. If you see here, you're going to see that there are two tabs together here and two separate. The separate section is for the upper section of the headlight. They go on top, and the reason being is that if you're going to have to put the two together here, you're not going to have space to really bend the tabs. So it's very important to realize that the separate tabs, these two separate tabs against these ones who are closer together, are going to be on the upper section. So what I do, I place this here carefully. I place them carefully on the ring, I will just match them right there. Squeeze them carefully, not to over squeeze. And as you see, and then I will have to center it. I will have to center it right here. And that's pretty much what I happen to have right there. Can you see? It's no longer the flat piece of plexiglass, but it's a one that has a little curve, and you can see that there is a little. It's not the same than the originals. It's far away from being the same, but it really beats the flat glass, as you can see, and it has a little shape up too. So it builds up instead of being just totally flat. And remember, this would have been ideal if they fit, but they don't. So forget about it, don't spend money, don't try it, it's worthless. So what you do now is just, as you have the seal here, this all-weather seal, you just place them, and I always keep, this is very important for you to realize, these tabs have to be in very nice and straight shape, otherwise you're going to fight. But yet the ones up on top here, bend them a little bit. It's going to make things a bit easier, as I found out. So once again, these are the upper tabs, and then you just squeeze them down. We'll just place them here. I will just press them, and as you can see here, then now you have to organize this to the point in which right there I'm going to be able, can you see, I should have bent this a little bit more, but as you can see, this is coming along fairly well. In this case, because I have this with the lines, they tend a little bit more, they are a little bit more time consuming because you have to align them there and leave them right in the center. I use the hole, the drain hole, as a pattern for me to know what is right. Now, as you see, I put a towel. This is a clean towel. It's very important. Otherwise, you're going to scratch the plexiglass. My hands are strong enough, but not that strong. So I'm going to just squeeze this down, and with the hammer, I'm going to just fold the lower tabs a little bit. Then the ones in the side a little bit. I'm not doing it all the way in case I have to just move it or remove all of it again. Then I squeeze down, and then the tab. Remember that the seal is going to, if you see here, the seal is going to allow for you to squeeze down. Then once again here the same, a little bit further, and then the same here, a little bit further. So pretty much, and then this is very important, use microfiber cloth. If you see, most microfiber cloth has two sides. One is a little bit coarser or rougher, and the other is a little bit softer. Just choose the soft one just to clean. Once you clean this, clean them up and down, up and down. Don't go like this. You're going to make some marks in the plexiglass that you don't want to really have to deal with later. Yeah. So later on, I just will continue bending these tabs all the way. I will just try to do it right now. Okay. To here is very comfortable. Once we get to the upper ones, it gets to be miserable. And here I will just find a way, maybe with the same pliers, I will just push them down. Don't go and squeeze them here because you're going to make marks in this section. So don't squeeze that way. Just grab against your body and try to squeeze and push this tab down. Push it down. Okay, you see I made it there. My hands are fairly strong, so don't push against the glass nor the ring. Maybe put your hand down here and then squeeze this thing down as I did here. So you see, once again, these are down below and well. Then after that, of course, this is clean. You're going to place, I'm going to use this here. You're going to place this in position. These have little marks right there. If you see, there's a little tab right there, and there's a little tab here. So that will be your, and this release those springs out. That will be your mark for you to just place everything in position. Bring this down this way. Bring this down this way. Okay, this one is a little bit loose, I will have to tighten later on, and you're going to see. So once again, now you see that you have the glass on it. There's some little marks from the casting of the fiber of the plexiglass, and but they, believe me, they look extremely good if you compare this to a flat plexiglass. I will just fold this a little bit more here, and I will do a little bit more. Be sure that everything is right before you just go, and please always holding this against your body, against your stomach. Put something heavy here if you don't want to scratch your belly. And this is the way they look like once installed. It needs a little adjustment, but you can see now pretty much the product is not well seated entirely, but you can see that now I have a headlight that has a cover that is not a flat plexiglass that I was trying to avoid. The clear one looks beautiful and it's a lot easier to install. I have in hand extra ones for the people who really may want to change their flat glass plexiglass, and put these ones that look much better. You can contact me through the comment section of the YouTube in case you want to acquire my spare ones, the clear ones.